Hey guys, this is Furman with BeABite.com and we're doing another run through today. Alright, so the first comic I want to talk about this week is Clean Room by Gail Simone and John Davis Hunt. It's a Vertigo title and it's the first one out in the series. Now, I'll be honest, I had no idea what this was. I just saw it, on the comic rack and I wasn't really buying a lot of comics that week. I think I bought like 3 other ones. I hadn't even heard of it. But I have heard of Gail Simone and I know that she does a wonderful job on Batwoman. But right away, they actually hit you with something really heavy. I won't say what it is because I'm not into spoilers. I think they're kind of lame. But it's a pretty horrifying incident. And not so much just because of what happens, but how the character that does it. I don't know, it was just, oof. Kind of gets in your eyes. You know what I mean? And the art is great, but what I really loved about it was there's this it's like this little, not even little, it's actually kind of big. Demon thing. I think it's a demon. It was pink. Are demons usually pink? I'm not sure. But it had this really kind of angular, creepy face, and I just thought it was great. And the story is really just about this girl named Chloe who there's been a lot of deaths recently, and she's trying to get to the bottom of why, because it seems like they all had one thing in common. And that's Astrid Muller, this controlling self-help book author who seems to have some sort of influence on everybody. And she has this thing called the Clean Room, which you don't find out in the first issue what it is. But I'm sure if you keep reading, you probably will. So you guys should go pick up the first one. Rule of 3 for me, read the first 3 issues. If it works, awesome. I'm going to waste more money. If it doesn't work, cool, I get to save money. But I'm probably going to waste money, to be honest. Next thing was something that I've been really excited about. Monstress by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. So I've been waiting for this since actually Image Expo 2014. Or you know what, better yet, I've actually been waiting for this since Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda worked together on X-23 a while back. X-23, if you don't know, is Laura Kinney, Wolverine's clone. Now the story centers around this girl named Micah, who is an Arcanic. And after this war between the humans and Arcanics, a lot of these Arcanics are seen as inferior to the humans and are being sold, being bought off, being even sold off for parts, which is kind of creepy. But the great thing is you are instantly dropped in this world and it feels so familiar from the get-go. And it's executed so well, and there's so much intricacies in the art and really soft palette, really, really beautiful stuff. And the cutest little fox girl who's hugging her own tail for safety. I mean, you see all these kids with little blankets and it's like, fuck you, I've got my own tail. It just seems like there's so much left in the world that needs to be explored, and I'm really excited to take that plunge. And this is actually a huge book. I'll show you guys real quick. So I didn't expect this book to actually be this long, if you can tell. It's kind of got some weight to it. Don't do that to your comics. Respect the owners, respect the artists. Next, I want to talk about Uncanny XMen, 600 actually. Now, this is actually a really important issue. It was written by Brian Michael Bendis with a bunch of artists, including Sarah Bocelli, Stuart Immonen, and David Marquez. And a lot of stuff happens in this. Again, it's probably about the same size as Monstress. But there's a lot of things going on. You get some more relationship between Peter and Ileana, who are Colossus and Magic. You get Jean Grey with her X-Men, the original one, seeing a little bit of relationship between them, especially with Henry, or the young beast. You get Scott addressing the mutants regarding the revolution that he wants to happen, and it's all really interesting. But the most important thing probably happening just in the entire week in all these comics is Bobby Drake. And if you know, Bobby Drake came out as gay not too long ago in New X-Men, another title by Brian Michael Bendis, which is really, really fantastic. And of course it calls into the question, is the older Bobby Drake gay? Or is this alternate timelines, parallel universes, all this wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff? Spoiler right now, because I'm going to talk about whether or not he is actually gay, because it is addressed. 3, 2, 1, spoiler. He is gay. He actually confronts himself. Young Bobby Drake confronts older Bobby Drake and asks, "Are you gay?" And it kind of bothered me how much it bothered Bobby Drake, older Bobby Drake. because he had been hiding from this. But it's actually really funny too, because he asked him if he thinks Angel is hot, and he says, "Oh God, yes," which looks like a pretty man. And I know a lot of people are going to be iffy about this because there's such a long history of Bobby Drake, you know, having girlfriends or hitting on girls, you know, doing all that stuff, being straight, whatever. And I guess I can see why people would be confused, but I mean, I know people who have come out gay very, very late into their lives, including a friend's father. And all you can say to that is human sexuality is extremely complicated, and you can't boil it down to, well, he should have known, because nothing's ever that easy. So the last comic I want to talk about is Extraordinary X-Men #1, written by Jeff Lemire with art by Humberto Ramos. And I mean, it's Jeff Lemire, so I kind of had to grab it because he's pretty much amazing. First thing we have to remember with all these new #1s is that they're post-Secret Wars. They actually take place 8 months after it. So you're going to be going in, missing a lot of information, and wondering what a lot of these motivations or reasons for anything going on are. And that's fine. What's really cool about this issue is that it actually gives you insight into the Terrigen Mist and its effect on mutants. Now, I won't tell you what it does, but it's definitely a big deal, especially after on the Maximoff where Scarlet Witch said no more mutants a while back. So this has a big effect on Jean Grey and some of the other characters. It should be noted that you probably should read Uncanny X-Men 600 before you read Extraordinary X-Men. Also, we see Peter, or Colossus, confront a bear. And I've always told myself, if I'm ever gonna go out a specific way, I'm gonna go out fighting a bear. Give me 2 knives, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fight a bear. And you all think I'm kidding. I'm probably kidding. You can see again on the cover that the team is comprised of, let's take a look. We have got Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, Storm, Iceman, Colossus, Magic, and Old Man Logan, which I'm sure is going to create a really interesting dynamic. Alright, thanks a lot for checking this video out. Go ahead and subscribe if you want. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We don't have an Instagram. We don't have a Tumblr. I'm not sure what else we have. If we have something, I'm going to post it down there. And check out our website. Check out some new written stuff. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.